we're not going to waste any time here, we're going to save the best till last, and the first application on our list is Verticons, an icon pack, but probably unlike one you've seen before. The idea here is that this is built from the ground up to suit the increasingly tall displays of smartphones that are coming out. There are about 2,000 icons here, which is not a huge amount, but it is being updated. And what it allows you to do is to create a really tight grid size and fit many icons together in one page. Number 9, I'm actually planning a trip to Japan, and the application that has primarily assisted this is Trips by Lonely Planet. And you can either just flick through the feed or search for a specific location you're interested in. And what you'll find is really down to the ground, really relatable experiences that other users have had, complete with photos they've taken, videos they've taken, and any notes they've written on various different places. The next app from our good friends at XDA is kind of amazing. It allows you to completely disable the navbar at the bottom and replace it with this pill. And you can configure the pill in any way you want. You can make a swipe up, go home. You could make a swipe up and hold, open up multitasking. It's a pretty neat way to free up even more of your display to enjoy content on. There is a downside though, and the reason it's not higher up on my list is whilst it's great that it doesn't require root, it does require a little bit of fiddling with a PC. But there is a fairly easy to follow video which tells you how. Now the next one is actually really cool, but it's not higher up on the list because you'll either love it or you're gonna really hate it. This is notification animations, and essentially any notification you get, it'll create a little pop-up bubble in the bottom right, and that can be animated in whichever way you choose. And of course this means you can overlay on top of other applications. You could be watching a full screen video and you wouldn't know if you got a notification. This can get around that. Everyone needs a note app, and whilst it's not the most interesting topic, Skritor kind of ticks all of the boxes. We've got a simple, plain, minimalist interface, and basically all the standard features. You've got password protection, fingerprint authentication, and easy categorization. After writing a note, you just hit the little button down below, and you can select where you want the note to fall under. Alright, it's really tough to describe this next one. This is called Carrot, but it's actually a weather application. But it's a weather application where the focus is not actually on the weather, which it does tell correctly by the way, but actually on the snarky AI that you get with it. It's got some genuinely baffling features, like being able to tell you what the weather was in the last 70 years for any location you pick on a map. Carrot is continuously surprising, and the whole time while using it, you'll have something like this going on in the background.
My radar system is coming soon, human. So I'll make the first one easy for your cottage cheese brain.
This next application is fascinating. It uses your smartphone's barometric sensor, aka its ability to detect atmospheric pressure, to be able to take an action when you squeeze the phone's sides, very similar to what we've seen on the Pixel 2 phones. By default, there are only a few different toggles you can configure, like being able to turn on and off Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, or probably my favourite, the flashlight. But yeah, whilst the concept is cool as hell, the accuracy of it is a little bit mixed, but maybe that'll improve over time. Here is one of those kind of lame sounding apps that I ended up using more than I was expecting to. It's called Historic Calendar, and every single day you'll wake up and it'll tell you a flashback of all the things that happened on this day many years ago. You could fast forward or rewind to other days of the year, but the point really is that you start each day with a little bit of relevant knowledge that probably no one around you knows. In some ways, a GIF is the most versatile type of image. You've got the small file size of a static frame, but at the same time, the benefit of a moving picture without any need for a plugin for them to be viewable. And here we've got a very simple application that allows you to natively record these GIFs. So you would just hold up your camera as if you were about to record a video, but instead you're recording this short, looping segment. Probably the way I would recommend doing it though is taking the video natively from the camera and then importing it, and the app also lets you crop as well as trim the video. Alright, we have reached number 1. This is my favourite application on the list. It's called Lo-Fi, and at its core it is basically a collection of lo-fi music, which is just super laid back, super relaxed tunes with this kind of gentle beat in the background. So fun fact, the music that is actually playing in the background right now is from this application. And these are the kind of tunes that'll get stuck in your head for days. The app does a good job of categorizing the music into this clean interface, and you can also set a timer if you wanted to listen to it before going to bed. Alright, so as we said, this video was sponsored by AppMatch, which is a site that asks you questions and then recommends great apps based on your answers. It works best on mobile, and there are a lot of different quizzes here covering all different genres of application, from games to tech to cryptocurrency, which is one of their newer ones. And so you can go through these quizzes, which take about 2 minutes on average, and during this process the website is matching your preferences with their database of applications. And for all of you app developers out there, be sure to check out AppMatch's new ad platform, which allows you to easily connect with new users. Alright guys, that's me done. Thank you so much for watching, and if you did enjoy the video, I've got tons more like this, so I'll leave them as a card above. With that being said, my name is Aaron, this is Mr. Who's the Boss,